Okay, thank you everybody waiting patiently, and thank you so much for Chris to come on today to join me in this Splatter Natter today, mate. So, how you going, Chris? Everything okay, mate?
Yes, all good. We're about to have severe thunder showers right here. So
Oh,
my
right.
connection, I don't think is going to be bothered by it, but I might jump if I see a flash or something.
Okay. Well, that's not the case for you, mate. And
Yeah.
but I appreciate you making the time in your evening, mate, to come and
Yeah, sure,
chat with
sure.
me and the guys here. Now, this Splatter Natter was aptly named Blood and Fire. It's an epic campaign that me and
Mm,
Chris want to embark on and try out using the scenarios found in this White Dwarf, a classic one, 172, in
mhm.
fact. We're going to go through it. And I said on the spur of the moment, hey, Chris, we're going to do this as my favorite White Dwarf, but I thought today we can have a look at the issue itself and go over some of the classic articles in
Yeah,
there.
I'm flexible. We can switch it up however you want.
All right, well, let's get it underway, guys. Let's have a look at issue
All
172.
right,
So you
ready to
got
go?
the classic cover of third edition Blood Bowl
That's right.
that me and Chris both love as our favorite edition. And inside cover, you got some wonderful 40k and fantasy, beautiful studio photos here, undead, and looks like Arbites and Eldar, respectively.
hmm Looks like this is some good Dr. Spork inspiration there too.
Yes,
The
yeah,
two buildings there that he has made. Shout out to.
that's right. In fact, I got this out this morning out of on the shelf. I thought
Oh
maybe to
yeah,
put
yeah,
this thing together and spray it up today, and hopefully have it in a battle
yeah.
report
Nice.
feature this week. So we'll see how we go. But thanks again to Dr. Spork for his amazing terrain making stuff. You can find that at 3D Cults, or what's the other one called again? I always forget it.
I
It's
don't
3D
know.
Cults
I always get
and there's
someone
some
else
other.
to do it for me because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
3D print myself.
um, so with the releases at this time of when was this released? Was it
April
May?
'94.
April 94. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Eldar Codex coming out with the Eldar Avatar, Tyranid Warriors, and they've got Eldar Scorpion. Scorpion Phoenix Lord. Okay. Karandras, the Shadow Hunter.
Mhm.
And Dire Avenger, Phoenix Lords. So all the Phoenix Lords came out, of course, at this time. And, of course, the Peri Ogrins and the Adeptus Arbites. But Manowar was also in there with releases for their Slaanesh Hellship, Hell Slicer, and Hellhammer. Now I know Cameron's here, and he aptly named his I don't know what they're called, pink sluts or something. I don't know, Cam, what you
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
your ships. Are hilarious. I love those.
They're great. Yeah, I always forget the order that things came out in. Like I knew that Man of War came out before uh, Blood Bowl and Space Hulk Second Edition and stuff, but I always forget the. So this is kind of cool to see. Like, so if these Slaanesh ships are coming out, that must mean it's pretty late in the Man of War run, and by this point, Man of War is starting to finish up and go away, unfortunately. And Blood Bowl is coming in as the new hotness for GW, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sci-Fi asked, will Dr. Spork make the power plant for the Storm of Vengeance campaign? Well, mate, on the Discord, go and mention it to him. He'll probably add it to the list if he hasn't added it already. I've already, bombarded him with requests, and I think other people have as well. So, but as it's his full-time gig, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that'll be a very popular one that he's already sort of looked at and thought about how to make. Okay, we've got some classic Ogrins. I love those Psychers.
Yeah,
They're beautiful models.
big heads.
I think Stuart Thomas painted those. Yeah, really beautiful. And of course, the classic Ogrins. And then Rick Priestley introduces the Eldar, and I think me and Chris talked about this. It might be a nice primer for someone who's getting into Eldar to read about all of this. I think it was either yourself or David. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I do have. I have an Eldar army, and I don't know enough of the background. Unfortunately, I'm kind of a novice when it comes to the lore of these games.
Well, allow me to summarize then, Chris. They're all pointy-eared bastards, basically.
Yeah, right. I guess so. Elves in space. Do you know how I am so embarrassed to admit that it took me a while in the hobby to realize that all of these 40K armies are just based on fantasy armies. Like, wait, squats are dwarves, Eldar are elves. What? And yeah.
Yeah, I suppose the Imperial forces are Empire.
Yeah.
And Tyranids are Lizardmen.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Well, they came from outer space and they're trying to colonize worlds. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. They would have to replace the Lizardmen. I guess.
You just want to put the Lizardmen in the evil category.
Bastards. Exactly. Yeah. Someone tried to convince that they're a good race. I just can't believe it. Not for a second.
Yeah.
That's just me. It's a conspiracy.
So yeah, these Phoenix Lords, man, they are so awesome. They're really like sculpture pieces. Like for me, they look more like sculptures than they do, like models that you'd expect to see on the battlefield. The Phoenix Lords I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Jane Czar is my favorite, and she's not listed here, but that's okay.
Right. Okay. Mine is the Dire Avenger one. Is it a Suraman? The Dire Avenger one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, your favorite. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite's that one. Yeah, I think he's just beautiful.
Yeah.
My least favorite would probably be. Sorry to say, I think Jane Czar is probably my least favorite of the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
The Wolf Riders, here we go. The Goblin Wolf Riders, also painted by Stuart Thomas, I believe, in the studio at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And all their glorious monopose wolves. And if you were lucky, you could get a gold-plated avatar, which is over 60 millimeters tall, a 140K T-shirt. And this is how it works. Okay, so look for specially marked new release blisters packs for Citadel miniatures, each of which contains a Citadel miniature spring sweepstakes sticker. To find out if you're one of the big winners, simply open the blister package, find the Citadel Spring sweepstakes sticker. You can say that a few times.
Yeah.
And read the back. Lucky winners will find an announcement telling them of many great prizes they have won. No purchase necessary. Oh, there you go. If you're a sweepstake winner, then please let us know. I certainly wasn't. Were you a sweepstake winner, Chris?
No, I was not. But imagine buying an avatar on eBay and then like stripping the paint off of it and realizing that it's gold plated.
Yeah. That's a thing, isn't it?
Could be.
Wow. Only 10 ever were made, I'd assume. And And I'm thinking this is the US version of it. US edition. I'm thinking it's a US edition. So
okay. Yeah, probably.
This is more sweepstake prizes, 5 grand prize giveaways. Wow. Okay. So it looks like the entire Warhammer boxed a range of miniatures.
Yeah.
And I love that poster. Wow. I'd love to have that poster of anything.
Sure.
That'd be brilliant. And then we've got Dieter Helsnick, the Doom Lord of Middenheim by Jervis Johnson, going through the rules for that. That would be a release at that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is in all of his funky glory. If you like your Minotaurs, very much like a crossbreed of some hideous like bear and lion.
I don't know what that is. That's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I imagine this is one of those models that looks a lot better than it actually functions on the table. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Well,
That's a lot
we'll
of
find
points
out.
to get into it.
Yeah, we'll find out when we get to play the Doomlord scenario, I guess.
Oh, okay.
We've got the Blood Bowl release. So the new
Yeah,
release
here
of
we
Blood
go.
Bowl 3rd edition, with old Jervis Johnson. Some classic Wayne England art.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
So I talked to you before. I was asking you about the Blood Bowl teams that I painted. I'm thinking of rebasing them because I based them with some static grass, and I'm not happy with like the ball doesn't sit on the base very well. So I'm thinking about taking the bases off and rebasing them in this classic Goblin Green style. So with Sander flock, and I don't know how much work that's going to be, and I'm hoping that because once I start, then I'm committed. Like once I crack off my first base, I'm into it. So, but I think I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah, I'll give it a go, Chris. I wholly, 100%, back you on this decision. I think it's a fabulous idea, and you get my full endorsement, mate, from the Crown of Command. Goblin Green Bay.
Oh, in that case. Well, you put it that way. I guess I have
to. So yeah, really great to see this article come out, and 3rd edition was, of course, embraced and loved by many people with all its wacky rules, with the Death Zone expansion that came later.
Yeah,
and, it's the most colorful edition, that's for sure. Okay, so it looks like this is a US and like North American edition. Pennsylvania comic store.
Yeah, that's still in business. In fact, I think Cam and I were talking about maybe. Is that the place we were talking about? Maybe that might be doable to meet at. I don't know, but maybe I'm thinking of a different place. But Comic Book West, yeah, still running. It might be in a different location now, though, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. That's great to see that they survived all these years. Yeah. Wow, it's amazing. Savage Orc Boys released at this time as well. Some glorious paint jobs. And it was nice to see that.
I have to give a shout out to, there's a guy on Facebook in one of the,
is it Bo?
From the fantasy groups.
Is it Bo?
I don't know. He has, anyway, this guy has made, he's made banners. He's recreated banners, either in, he's taken scans of the different army books and in some cases recolored them so that you can print them out. And this Savage Orc Boar Boy banner is one I've been really trying to find, and I just cannot find it printed in a way where I can cut it out and use it. So he's made a recreation of this because I really love that banner. I don't know why. I just really like the leopard skin and the style, the savage kind of style to it. So I think it's just funny that it's the one banner that I haven't found anywhere else ever in print that I could cut out.
Okay, I think I know the guy you're talking about, and I did share it in our Patreon.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But I'll try to find it, and it should be on my Google Drive, I think.
It's like a Dropbox link or something where he has all of the stuff stored.
Great.
So a great service to the community. So
yeah,
I thank you, sir.
Fantastic. No, I did my dwarf banners recently. I used another resource. A guy had recreated all the banners for the dwarves.
Okay.
And colorized them in Photoshop.
Yeah.
And I use those. I think they're beautiful. They're just beautiful, and they can do it. He can do it the computer can do it much better than I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm all for it, and it saves me a load of time trying to paint banners like that. If I knew that file existed when I did my Throne of Power and Anvil of Doom, mate. Oh my god, that took forever, and the banners didn't line up. So I had one like the overlap at the end because the banners weren't, when they measured them up, they're not exact.
Yeah.
Where a computer can do it exactly. Like when you cut
Yeah,
that thing,
yeah.
when you fold it over, it's going to be line up perfectly.
Right.
You know. So that really pissed me off, as you can imagine. Some of the words I used.
I bet.
Very colourful indeed, Chris. When I
Yeah.
realised that the banners didn't match up in either end.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know if you're a purist, you could paint the banners on paper and then photocopy them and like shrink it down, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe that's how they did. Because some of these banners I see, I'm like, how the hell did they paint those? I'm like, did they do them bigger size and then shrink them down somehow? I don't know.
Well, the only banner I saw painted in the studio was like a Dark Elf banner, and it was an actual banner. Like someone had drawn it, like an artist had drawn it, and they sent it down to the heavy metal team, and Neil got to paint it, and he painted it mostly in inks. So, but an actual scale, it wasn't downsized or anything like that.
Wow, really?
So yeah, just got better eyesight, mate. My eyes just can't do that anymore, I don't think.
Wow. Speaking of beautiful banners, here you go.
Yeah.
Look at these
Now,
things. That's crazy.
If that person on Facebook has recreated the banners for the War Wagon, I think I might have to give him a hobgoblin kiss for that one, because
Okay, I don't think he's done the Empire.
Hasn't he? Okay.
Empire yet. A lot of the other factions, because believe me, that's one I'd be nudging him about, about doing some that and Bretonians.
Yeah, because Empire is the one, because I had a guy email me saying after the video I did on the Wing Lancers, where did you get the banners for the Ludwig Schwarzhelm and everything? So I sent him the one I made, and with the help of Captain Skyhawk, he did a digital border for the banner, so everything would line up perfectly, which it did. So yeah, I totally endorse and support any kind of digital reproduction of banners for us to either paint ourselves or to have a colorized one that we can just print out and stick on. Totally. And saying that, David sent me his banners for his epic stuff, all the epic Blood Angel and Titan banners.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're awesome.
So we'll need to collate a Google Drive that everyone can access and download at some point.
Yeah, cool.
Tyranid plastic box sets, the Tyranid Warriors. Never see those around anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're right. I don't either.
And the Gene Stealers, of course, which I know Chris has got at least 20 in his Space Hulk second edition set. Hey.
Okay, here we go.
Here we come. Okay, we come to the meat. We come to the main thing. So this is the Blood and Fire Space Marine articles that Matt Watts wrote. Now, if Mark Watts. If Mark Watts is watching, please get in touch, mate, because I'd love to talk to you on the Crown of Command, and I'm sure many of our epic fans would love to hear about your experiences working at the studio, playing out many of these scenarios and writing battle reports and answering FAQs and the whole shebang. So we'd love to get in touch with you, mate, because I don't know where you've gone to. And if anybody knows Mark, please get him to get in touch with me. I'd love to sit down and chat with him. So this article was written because Mark, a veteran epic Space Marine player, had found that he could sort of tailor his Imperial Guard or Eldar armies so that he can almost guarantee a win every time with the usual setups of playing epic Space Marine with the objectives and all that kind of thing. So he thought with his friends, how about we design some new scenarios that make it more difficult for him and his other opponents to overcome particular objectives. So he wrote, I think, 5 scenarios in total.
1, 2.
And the one that me and Chris will first try will be Rescue Operation. So, and we're going to try to do it in a mini campaign, an escalation campaign involving Blood Angels, which is the blood, and the fire, which will be the Eldar, and try to play these out over remotely through our Discord community group, and escalating from 2,000 points to start off with, even though they reckon between, I think it was like 3,000 to 6,000 points, we're going to sort of cap it to like 2,000 to 4,000 points to make it kind of doable for us. But we'll give the scenarios a try and see how they go and give our feedback, perhaps in another Splatter Natter at some point in the future, and maybe make these into articles for the Herohammer Fanzine. And I'll try to take some footage on the day so I can upload those on Patreon, so my patrons can check out, how things are going and recaps and stuff like that. But me and Chris are pretty hyped about playing this little mini campaign, and we've designed our forces, and we'll talk about that maybe later. But actually, I can talk about it now. I can just grab them now and go through them. So I think maybe let's got the Space Marines here now. Chris, you're playing the Space Marines.
Yes, I'm glad we finally.
That was really funny because I always
Every time,
in my mind, I'm just assuming Chris is playing Eldar, even though I got him to roll to see which side he's going to play on. And I said 1 to 3, it's Eldar, 4, 5 to 6, Space Marines. And he rolled a 4 or something. I said, okay, well, you're playing the Marines then. But forever since after that, I don't know, my weird hobgoblin brain just assumed that Chris was going to play the Eldar. But here's your Marines, and I'm working on some now for you, mate. So we've got the Battle Company for the Space Marines.
Yes, got it.
One of your company cards, which includes 6 detachments of Tactical Marines, 6 detachments of Assault Marines, and 6 detachments of Devastator Marines. So they're good protectors for your spy if you are the person who's going to be defending. Now you've got your special card as your Librarian. Have you thought of a name for him?
What did I say? Malachi, Brother Malachi.
Brother Malachi. Okay, we're going to sort of name our characters, and also I would like to help someone in the community to help us write some nice fluff narrative for the story and for the campaign. So if you're good at writing and you enjoy that kind of thing, I'm bloody hopeless at it, and I don't think Chris really wants to take on that responsibility. So if anybody's got a very creative mind and likes writing, please help us and get in contact with us. You've got a Space Marine Land Raider Company.
Got it.
So that's lovely. It's 3 detachments of 3 Land Raiders plus a HQ unit. You've got not the Space Wolf Blood Claw Bike Squad. I have to take those out and check that that's the points.
The regular Space Marine bike squad.
Regular Space Marine bikes, yeah. Blood Angel bikes. You've got a Dreadnought Squad and a Land Speeder Squadron.
Got it. And that is
your 2,000 points.
2,000, right.
And I've got to check if those bikes are going to be still 150 or are they 100. I'm thinking they're 100. Though.
It's 150.
Are they 150?
Yep, got it here.
So what's the difference between the Blood Claws and the regular Space Marine bikers then?
The Blood Claws get, I think if I'm not mistaken, the stats are the same, but they have that, they have the special ability that would, like when they charge, the enemy has to make a break test or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's just like an added perk that the Space Wolves get. And the downside is that the Space Wolves are really restricted on what cards they can choose to make their army. Like they have to only pick cards that say, for the most part, Space Wolves, blah, blah, blah. Except for like vehicles, like Land Raiders and stuff. They're kind of limited on what they can take.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go through the Eldar. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get my avatar card out because I forgot to do that last time. Because he's free, and we love free things. The pointy-eared gits, they love free stuff. So let's go through the Eldar, and I chose Warlock Calidor with a K.
Okay.
Calidor with a K. It's going to be his name. So I've got the avatar as a free card, and that will go with the Eldar.
Oh, wait, that's Warlock. That's right. Get the avatar. Check. Where is he? Yep, got it.
Okay. Then we've got the Eldar Warhost, which comprises of 3 detachments of 3 Falcons, and then each Falcon, like each one has 2 stands of Guardians. So it's at 6, 12, 18 stands of Guardians. Yeah.
That's going to be a bugger to break too, because when you put them all in one card like that, then that makes it harder to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you lose 14 models, it's broken.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
and I think we've got fairly decent morale 3. I think you've got like 2 or 1 or something. Like it's really high.
Okay.
Check yours, guys. Yeah, you got morale value 2, and it takes 15 models to break your battle company, and only 5 for the Land Raiders, but they've got high armor save values. Okay, then we've got the Spirit Host with Calidor Warlock, the Warlock Calidor, leading some Wraith Guard, and 2 detachments of the Dreadnoughts. And then I've got also a free card of Scouts to go with that.
Yep.
Okay, and that makes up my 2,000. Sorry, and the detachment card. Sorry, Fire Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Richie. Yeah, I'll go slow, mate. Sorry, I didn't realize you'd get those cards at the same time.
No, I just wanted to have them so I can study up on how to. No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, Fire Dragons, got it.
Okay, and then I've got a squadron of Elder jet bikes. So.
Okay. Yep.
I've got a squadron of Warp Hunters.
Warp Hunters. Are they the Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. And don't be afraid of those. They're absolutely useless, those Warp Hunters.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
And then a War Walker Squadron.
Okay.
Looking forward to those. And Dire Avenger Aspect Warriors.
Oh, okay.
No Wave Serpents.
Yeah, I was waiting to see that. Okay. I was waiting for it.
I was going easy on you, mate. Going easy on you.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we have to be mindful of that, because even Mark suggests in optional rules, because the Space Marine gunships. So if you have like a Thunderhawk, you can basically fly in there. Yeah. If you have the spy in this scenario, because if you look at the scenario, you have like that small red grid, which you put like a quarter of your points in if you are the player A, and you have to put a spy in there, which has like valuable information for both sides. And for player A, you need to take your spy and get him off the board in sections 1 and 5, because the board is played long ways, not across ways. So if you have a Thunderhawk gunship, you can just pick up the scout and just go, and then fly off. So we don't have any. Well, I do have Falcons, and you have Land Raiders. So sorry,
Lance Peters.
I did it again. I have Falcons, and you have Land Raiders. and I have. Oh shit! I've got Rhinos too. Oh my god. Okay, and you've just got the Falcons. And
no, you've got the Falcons.
Sorry, I did it again. You should play Eldar, mate. I think I've just.
I can. I mean, I can if you want me to.
You play the Eldar. You're playing the Eldar. I've done it so many times now. Obviously, it must be in my fate that I play the Blood Angels.
Yeah. Okay.
I just keep doing that every time, because this is the thing. I never play Eldar.
Yeah.
I've never played Eldar in Epic or any other system.
This is your chance. This is your chance
No, that's fine. You get to play it. I'll get to play it at some other point. I don't think I will, actually. I'll probably play Blood Angels, I think, and I think Paul will probably play the Eldar. Okay, so you're playing the Eldar. So you've got the Falcons, and then and I've got the Land Raiders, which are transport carriers, and the Rhinos, which are transport carriers. So if you're player B and you're setting up in 2 and 6, you're putting all your forces into that rectangular grid on there. Now I'm playing on a 6. I'm going to play this on a 6x4. So we're going to have to make it. We're going to have to change that grid, basically. So
Oh, 6x4. Yeah, so it'd be like each block would be like 1.5 feet.
Something like that.
And that would add up to 6. Yeah, 4
Yeah, we're going to
1.5.
have to modify it slightly. Now, I'm already thinking, because I can fit an 8x4 table along the length of this wall. I can fit an 8x4 table in here. And I'm already thinking about, during the spring cleanup, of reorganizing this room. So I take out the cabinets I've got here.
Does the door open out or in? Because I can imagine you
out.
setting. Okay, I can imagine you setting up a table and be like, "Oh shit, now I can't get out of this room."
Well, the thing is, yeah, if I push it against this wall behind me where the computer is, then I can sit here and I can do that. That's fine. If I have 2 people playing, it will make it a little bit uncomfortable. That's why I'm thinking about rearranging this room, because the ultimate way to play Epic Space Marine is play on an 8x4.
Yeah.
If you're not playing an 8x4, you're sort of missing out on the experience, I think. That's when you really get that, because the high movements of like skimmers and the long ranges of weapons can really benefit that long table scale. I think it really works well. So I'm already thinking about it, mate. And I've seen on the art store here, they've actually got these. They actually pre-make these MDF or some kind of wooden painting. What do you call it? A painting frame.
Okay.
So if you paint something directly onto wood, you can get these frames made up. They actually make them up with a nice reinforced backing on it, and they make these frames in sort of roughly a 4x4 size. And I thought, if I get 2 of those made up, it's not so bad. Then they're like, then I can sort of get rid of this one under here, and I've got two sort of like almost modular boards I can use. So I'm thinking about it. But
yeah, I saw. I think it's. I'm going to say it wrong. Is it? It's not Princess. Is it Princeps Tom?
Princeps.
Right. I've seen videos of him playing Epic, and he has a modular kind of board that he uses. I think it's like each. It might be a 2x2 foot section is a little block of things that he can shuffle around. That's really nice.
Yes, that is really nice. Tom,
modular system, I think, is a pretty good idea for Epic, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, his boards are pretty legendary. He played at Boyle for many years playing Epic, and fantastic terrain. And he's even got like all his like the transport. Like the containers he puts everything in, it's all sort of modular as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's gone to the nth degree, Tom. So
that takes some forethought that I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have that sort of organization skills or the mental capacity in my hobgoblin brain to do anything like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it when I see it. That's for sure. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Okay, so that's basically the premise of the scenario. We're going to play it out, and maybe me and Chris will come back in a future Splatter Natter to talk about what we thought about the scenario, how it played out. We'll do some nice stills photographs. We can do like a little battle report ourselves, a recap of the battle report anyway, and go through each turn. A bit like what David and Adam just recently did for their game, which I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was really good. So we'll do that in the future, mate. But I'm really looking forward to it. I started painting some stuff this morning. Got my scouts almost finished now. So I know your scouts now. They're your scouts.
Oh yeah, scouts. Okay.
I'm doing the opposite way now.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I should just get another remote player to play in this campaign, and I just stay out of it.
Yeah, right. That's fine. It's all good. Well, when we play, it's not. We're not super competitive or anything. It's kind of like we're. So yours, mine, whatever. I don't care.
We might try to do that. Yeah, we might try to find another player for you, mate, and I can judicate kind of thing and move everything around, and you guys get to command. I think we sort of discussed about that before. The benefits of that is that, as I'm here standing in front of the table, I can see exactly. I've got a very good sense of ranges or distances. The remote player, as you know, Chris, you've run many remote games.
Yeah.
They're at a slight disadvantage because they can't perceive distances very well.
Depth perception. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea was okay, there's two commanders in like a Thunderhawk and
That's cool.
a Falcon heading over the table, and they're sort of looking down and they're sort of giving orders to their troops.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea. So
I can be some like Farseer sitting in my lounge chair at the craft world, just kind of projecting orders from a distance, and that makes sense.
Yeah. They can be like far like a battle barge or whatever they're called in Space Fleet or whatever, that kind of thing. Yeah, we can try to do that. All right, that sounds good. And then I can stop saying it's mine or I'm playing or. Okay, well that's good. Okay, well if you want to check out the scenarios, you can do in issue 172. You can find it on White Dwarf Through the Years on Facebook or PDF Coffee online on just a Google search or any kind of other repository for White Dwarf magazines, and you go and check them out yourself. And you can sort of spice up your life in Epic, playing some new scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I think that pretty much covers that. And
this next scenario, A Bridge Too Far, you've played that one before, right?
I played that with Paul.
Yeah,
I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it. He was playing. Was he playing Eldar there? Eldar versus Chaos, I think is what you said, right?
Did I film it? Did I record that battle report? I can't remember.
Maybe I'm confusing what you told me and what I've seen in something else.
Yeah, this was an interesting one because I managed to get a couple of bridges thanks to Carnifex printed out. And then I thought we can do this scenario, and I was talking to 80 about it as well because he kind of likes this idea where obviously the objectives are the bridges, and on one side, the person who wins a roll off for sides, they're going to get that clear advantage of setting up closer to the bridges than the opponent is because it's in sector 1 and 6. And I suppose if you set up your army into like 5 and 6 and concentrate there and try to push across, and if you have Titans that can cross rivers and stuff like that, I think my Chaos army just wasn't well equipped, or maybe my tactical decisions weren't really working for me. And with Paul winning the role, he sat up behind the buildings with his Scout Titans, and I think he had a Warlock Titan, which I was shit scared of because every time he shoots my demons, he can just kill them without them getting a save, that kind of thing. So my long march with my legions of chaos just got completely obliterated before they got to the bridges, and it was just basically a lost cause in the end. But it was a good one. I enjoyed it. I want to replay that again and see how it goes. But yeah, that'll be the second one. That's a bridge too far. And the third one.
Keep freezing up here.
Is it freezing up? They've got the flank attack. It may be the storm kicking in, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me or you or somebody.
I can see it on my screen. If anybody can check, we should be on the flank attack page.
Yeah.
If someone can comment. Not everybody at once.
Yeah. I keep forgetting there's other people here.
Yeah, we've got Bryce here. We've got Tom. Everything's smooth here. Yep, that's right. Okay, we've got Cam. We've got Sci-Fi. Zach's here as well. Daka Flacka Flame. That's it. Daka Flacka Flame. It's here. Thanks, guys. Ben's here from Ben's Miniatures. Our usual great crowd of people here. I think Dale was here. Dale was here before.
Awesome.
So yeah, this is flank attack. So again, I haven't actually read these.
No, I haven't got to it yet.
But again, it's just like an overview.
That for most of these so far, you don't know which side you're going to be until right then and there. You roll to see like who's going to be this and that, you know. So you kind of have to prepare for either eventuality.
Yep, that's right. Calm says, yes, we're all here, so don't fart or we'll hear it. Okay, mate. I'll try to clench my buttocks for you, just for you. So we've got that one. We've got this capture and hold scenario too. Again, because as you know, Chris, Epic only didn't come with any scenarios. It was just an objective-based system, which works really well. But having these added ideas gives you a bit of flavor, and you can we can run a campaign. You can say we'll just run from. We can either generate the missions randomly, and then from 1 to 5, and see which ones are going to play in order. And you can use, like I said, with the Titan Legion rules, you can have the Titan Legion experience and the Titan mission cards as well.
Oh, I don't have any knowledge of those. Because the only thing I have was the 2nd edition rules.
Right. Okay, mate.
Titan Legions.
Right. Okay. Well, it's pretty much the same as Epic Space Marine. It's identical, almost like a copy from the first rules. It's just in a colorized rule book, and they've added flyers. They've added the psychic phase. They've added -1 modifiers to Titan shields. What else they add? Of course, the big Titans like the Imperator and the Mega Gargant, and also the errant, the night households and stuff like that.
Yeah, they might have also added like the cavalry distinction of but the distinction between infantry and cavalry.
Yeah, they probably did that as well for like terrain and movement and stuff like that. It's just in color. You're just getting Epic Space Marine because originally it was all black and white. This is in a nice glorified color, which is beautiful. So yeah, I'd highly recommend sourcing some books at least, mate, for that. But that's basically it. He's got 6 scenarios there. It says in the end, have fun, and then obviously you can tailor it to your table setup, your armies you play. These are just ideas, so it's very flexible in that sense. But they're just giving you, obviously, their play tested, they've played it, so and giving their thoughts on how it should play, and giving you some optional rules in each of the scenarios.
And I also like that it lists tactics, so I can kind of have an idea of what I should be doing.
That's right. So in that sense, they've played it. They've got a sense of, okay, this is what you should be doing if you're player A, if you're player B. So for that first one, he's saying, get in. If you're going to be player A, make sure you've got some nice, like Devastator Marines or something that's going to basically repel the attackers as they come in on first fire. And you just want to protect that scout as long as you can before the reinforcements get there and they come in from behind and start chewing through units and get a relief force out there. So yeah, it's a really interesting concept. I've never played down the length of a table before for Epic, so for that it's going to be something new. But like I said, we'll give you our thoughts once we've played it, and you guys can see it. All right, so what we're going to do, we're just going to stop sharing that, and I'm just going to go into now our hobby hangovers. And
okay, cool.
Quickly go over that.
I want to do this. I've never been in a Splatter Natter where we go over this stuff. I always just listen to it. And now I can participate.
You can, mate. You can. Okay.
Great.
Stop screen. Okay, now we got to share another one. Okay, here we go. Sharing screen. And that should come up nicely here with Matt's beautifully painted squig. Look at that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. It's almost like a comic book kind of aesthetic he's got there. Very, very bold colors. I think he's using the old Vallejo game color Bloody Red for this one.
Okay.
So yeah, very nicely, richly saturated red. I really like it with his Gobbo arches that he's working on.
I imagine that after you do enough of them, the freehand doesn't come so hard anymore. You kind of get in a groove for doing those triangles there.
Yep, that's it, mate. That's right. You follow that pattern, you get good at it. The more practice you put in,
are probably a pain in the ass, but once you get in the swing of things, they're not so bad.
Yeah, mate. Yep. So I mean, that's a lot easier than doing checks.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah. So we've got that. We've got Brody Chris.
That's interesting.
Broder Chris with some fanatics for Call of the Crown Challenge.
Yeah, those are nice. Are those old? They have to be old Citadel. Pretty old.
I'm thinking they're 3rd edition ones because that one with the red hood, he's definitely a 3rd edition model.
Yeah, that's familiar.
But I've never owned these models. I've never touched them, never seen them.
Okay.
But I'm assuming they're like really old 3rd edition models, I'd say. But they look really great. Okay, so thank you again. We've reached 11,000 subs for the Crown of Command Games channel. Really appreciate your support, guys, and watching the videos and discovering the channel. That's even better. Broder Chris has also got another Call of the Crown month 5 done with his month 6 work in progress.
Very nice.
Recognize any of these old gobbos in here, Chris?
No, I don't. This is before my time.
Well, I think, who was it again? Someone in our Patreon Hobby Hangovers. He said, because I took some photos of what I'm going to be painting this week for the Thank Gork It's Friday, and Grom was one of them. And this guy here on the very, very front rank on the far left-hand side screen, that's I think the 2nd edition Grom.
Okay, I see. Nice.
Yeah, he's a really nice looking figure. I like how his arms are folded. I like that.
Yeah.
You don't really see that so often in miniatures. And his sword is right across his chest. I think that's really cool. The one next to him is from the Goblin Chariot. It's one of the Goblin Chariot riders. I know that much. And the rest, don't know. And I like the one with the torch in his hand. You don't see.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Torches.
I dropped my screen. You can't quite see it.
Yeah, but he looks really nice. That's the battle report coming very soon. I'm working on it now, and I'm doing the script, guys. So sorry it wasn't out this weekend, but it'll be out later on Patreon first, and then later out on YouTube after that.
That'd be nice.
I have the Maelstrom. That's John, my mate John. Beautiful looking Phoenix Guard unit.
Yeah, I like that. I like the good way of. I like the color scheme all around. Good cohesive look with the reds and the yellows. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of that gold as the chainmail color.
Right. Just sets them apart a little bit.
And for some reason, it works really well with that yellow cloak.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a real warm color to it, and even the gold is like a brassy gold, like it's for some reason, and the banner and that sort of phoenix and the fire and flames and the blue, even the blues. Look, I think if personally, if I was going to do it, I would add blue to the sashes or something like that, or the trims, and I think that would really be nicer. But I think the red does also look very good as well. So it ties in really nicely. So I'm really happy with John with that unit there. It looks really good.
More goblin.
Oh yeah. This is the thing I admire about Matt the most, because he's done this solidly for years, ever since I know him.
Right. And it's not just like slap the paint on, batch paint these guys. It's like, nope, we're gonna go to all the detail of putting the pink noses and the little blisters on all the faces. Yeah.
It was funny because he was asking me about, where can I get these metal Night Goblin archers from? Like who sells them and that kind of thing. He's having trouble finding on eBay. So I gave him a link to somewhere where he could get them, and he goes, "Oh, actually, I just found 40 in my drawer." Like he just had 40 of them.
Wow.
And then he ordered some more, the crazy bugger. So I don't know
Oh,
how many he's got now, but
that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Even down to the red, what do you call those things? Those little jingle bell things on the end, the bells on the end of the caps.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. This is that smart ass hobgoblin man over in Japan with his big wire of Black Orcs there. Finally managed to get that. That was my month 1 for the challenge.
I see what you mean about checks being a pain in the ass. You got enough of them on there.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And I've also been doing some stuff for my dwarf army that will be featuring in this week's battle report.
That's your glow up. Is that what you're calling it, right? Your glow up?
The glow up, mate. Yeah, the glow up. Well, the flame cannon looked pretty shoddy for the paint job I gave to it because for some reason, I don't know why I did this. I sprayed everything black.
Oh, okay.
And I think at the time I was like looking for like a really like those sort of modern paint jobs, that sort of naturalistic kind of color. And then I really didn't like that at all. And I went back and I started going over because the dwarfs were really the first army I painted when I got back into all of this. And everything was prime black, even down to the troll slayers, which is just crazy. So,
well, I'm definitely team undercoat white myself.
Absolutely. I was a convert, mate. Totally convert.
Yeah. I was at a game store the other day. I usually don't. I happened to find this game store and I needed to get some paints, and I swung in and I'm looking at paints, and this guy walks up to me and says, "Excuse me, you look like you could paint pretty well. Can I get some advice on how I would paint this model?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I look like I paint well? Like, what does that? What does that look like?" I think it was because I was being going down through the list of paints. Like, I want this particular color and this particular color, and that's what he was asking me. And I told him straight up, I'm like, no matter what anybody tells you, undercoat white, because you pick up that paint bottle and you want it to be that color, and you put it over white, you'll get that color. I said, you put it over black, you'll get something else. And he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So apparently I look like I can paint well. I don't. Whatever. Okay, sorry.
That's gonna be a new name now. Chris looks like I can paint well. Snyder. I think that's a new title. I think. That's funny. That's great. You weren't wearing your sort of I'm trying to find them. I've got them around here somewhere.
Oh, you're big. I was talking to someone about how I said all my friends that are my age are getting older, and now we have to wear these goggles.
These things.
Yeah. I got some of those. Yeah. Stupid me. When I paint, I have such a dark area too, and a little light, and I'm going to kill my eyes on that.
Yeah,
I got better and a better chair, so I'm not hunched over. I'm hunched over under a little lamp. So my eyes are going to go bad. My back's going to go bad.
You're going to become like me. Don't be like me. Don't be the hobgoblin. Okay, in Japan, don't be like that. You got to look after your posture. I said to any young person out there, look after posture, look after your eyesight.
Yeah.
No wonder my wife doesn't want to sleep with me. I can understand now. All right, here we go. Stone horse gaming. The old Mate Island there.
Is that? Am I seeing? No. Sorry, for a second there, I thought I saw some of those. My eyes aren't very good. I thought it looked like some those Blazing Suns might be those original Blazing Sun models, right? For a second there, I thought they were the Battle Masters or something.
Now I think maybe. I don't think he's done it. I don't think he's done the Battle Masters models to make. But I've seen people do it and they look perfect.
Yeah.
But I believe these are like genuine metal models. But they could be plastic. They could be fake. They could be printed. I think a lot of that stuff's printed actually.
Oh, okay, I see.
So a lot have been scanned and printed. I know that. I know that much. Because him and Johnny are in the shandy printable group together.
Mm-hmm.
They drink shandies and they print their models.
Okay.
Now this is Carney. Carney's a great painter, really good hobbyist, and really productive.
Close to see these guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a lot of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can zoom in there, I'll just try to zoom in here, because I think down the bottom here, it looks like he's got like an undead dwarf or something, or undead
That's
harp.
neat. I like that. Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. So,
Okay, yeah, I do recognize some of those models. Look like they're actually from like Mordheim, I think, too. Some of the, like some of the metal ones from. They're supposed to be, zombie versions of other war bands. Just a real hodgepodge of different models here, but they all look great. A lot of detail being put into a model that cost a couple points,
Yeah. Yep, that's for sure. Nice banner on there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, really nice. Let's see if I can get it back to go out. Okay, that's good. Ben's he's in the chat, isn't he? So more plague bearers.
Yeah, that'll turn your stomach there. I like that.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know what's Ben's technique, maybe PVA glue or something, but he's got all the sort of the slime stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Good use of gloss here and there too, or at least it seems that way.
Yeah. And these are one of the, I think, 5th edition, around 5th edition they came out, these plague bearers.
Okay. Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, interesting. They had fire on their blades, which is an odd one for the plague bearers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more of a Khorne thing, or a Tzenschian thing, but not a Nurgle thing. So yeah, it looks nice, mate. And then Carney's back with more ghouls.
Yeah, boy, it's real clean, very clean. The glowing eyes too, those are cool.
Yeah. Yep, very nice indeed.
Got a pretty good recipe for bone as well. I appreciate that.
We'll have to ask Carney on here at the moment at some point, and have a chat of a Splatter Natter with us. This is from the previous battle report we did recently with my good mate Kent Fury, and I think this is Carney as well. Carney, this is an absolute machine, mate. Painting machine.
Wow, it's good stuff.
About to paint one of these this week for my good mate Adam. So I'm looking forward to that. A nice rock lobber. But
I'm really curious. I see a lot of guys using these like mushrooms and stuff, and where do they come from? Like, are they
just green stuff, mate? I'd say.
Really, just handcrafted. Okay.
Well, actually, with all those gloom gits, what are they called? Gloom gits or whatever they are. The new modern sort of night goblins. I think they had a lot of those on the sprue.
I see. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay. No, I don't. I haven't bought a new miniature in, since 2000 probably.
Yeah. No, spend it on sushi instead, Chris. I think you're getting a lot more a lot more sushi meals out of that than buying one single miniature from GW these days. Yeah. And then Ben's done a load of these beaky marines.
Jeez, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
I think he did one for each chapter, like one for Space Wars, Dark Empire. Yeah, and Ultramarines, I think.
Yep.
You can always go and check out Ben's channel at Ben's Miniatures YouTube channel. He does like these, like a video that covers all of the stuff he's working on. Mm-hmm. Carney, classic Necromancer, mate. Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Tony painted one up in our Patreon Hobby Hangovers one as well. He's got a picture of that. Looks really nice with a star cape and stuff like that on it. Mm-hmm. I'll get him to post it up here, I'd say. And Ben's doing some night goblins.
Nice.
And Carney, oh mate, Carney's back again with a Snotling pump wagon. Wow, beautiful. So that's really nice. Again with mushrooms there, and I love the guy. I love the little Snotling with the slingshot. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great kit.
Oh,
That
I don't see the one with the middle finger though.
no,
Maybe.
no,
I always kind of look for that one,
yeah. No, he's done really a great job on that one. I love
Yeah.
the skin tones. He does the skin tones very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And Ben's here
Oh,
with
that is an interesting
Thunder
one.
Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Are these real miniatures? Do you know?
It has to be. I like that plasma gun there. Looks like an old orc, Rogue Trader orc. All off of that sprue, but I don't know. It looks familiar to me, but I couldn't put my finger on what it is. But I do recognize the plasma gun.
Okay, yeah, maybe it looks like it's almost looks like a Chaos Space Marine.
Oh yeah, I see right there.
For Night Lords, I'm just painting up those recently, so that looks just like a. I'm not sure if it's a 3D printed model. I know he mentioned some were 3D printed, but I don't know if that's a 3D printed one or if that's a real thing. I don't know. Never seen one before. Dr. Sport Terrain. Now, if you want your Dr. Sport Terrain 3D printed, I would highly recommend to go to his 3D Cults at Dr. Spork. There's a link there if you want to go and check it out. Go and buy some stuff. They're really affordable. Like I said to Callum, mate, you're selling these far too cheap. And he said, well, the idea is that people will buy more if they can get it cheaper, which is a fantastic and wonderful idea. So please support me at the Crown of Command by supporting Callum at Dr. Sporks. If you don't have a 3D printer, find someone who does. Send them the files and print away, or you can find heaps of those in different countries, America, UK, Europe, of printing companies who do that. So please do that for us. Now we're going back into, this is the game I had with mate Kent Fury, Goober, Legend Goober, a frequent commenter here. And I was going to let's adjust this screen a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. Here we go. That's probably better. With this amazing looking.
I've never seen that before.
A Plague Knight by Chaz Elliott. Now, Chaz Elliott worked for Games Workshop in the studio, but I don't know to what capacity, obviously as a sculptor, but I don't remember anything made by Chaz at that time. So let's give it another pick. Oh, the back pick here.
Oh, cool.
But I love the purples on this. The purples are fantastic.
Yeah, my son, who is an art student, would point out the color theory used here, that you have your purple and your green and your yellow, and how that all complements each other well. And I really like the look of it for sure. It really pops. Yeah,
very nice. Broder Chris again with his Goblin Chariot. And this is a month ago now. We're going back. This is how long I haven't done it for. Sorry, guys.
Forever.
But it looked very cool. It looks like one of the wolves has a
what is that?
Kind of brass helmet.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
The other one's very jealous of that because his head's fully exposed, isn't it? Like he doesn't get any protection whatsoever.
That's why he looks so pissed off.
Yeah. And Ben is always painting something. He's always got a mix of all different kinds of models, which is nice. And he's got a big one this time.
Big sword.
Yeah. Just needs a shield now. And okay, now we've got Stone Horse Gaming going back in time. For when he's sort of starting off the Call of the Crown project with his Empire army. That's my old mate Ross. Okay, here we go. And Kim's Talisman. Yeah, Kim is producing so many videos. It's hard for me to keep up with what he's doing there. But I know he's very busy prepping for his wedding and also sculpting miniatures. So all the best to Kim with all of that. And Matt's got his beautiful army displayed now in a case.
Okay, good. So
along
now
with
you
the
got
5th
some.
edition tower. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good idea to get a display case. I've got several of those for smaller collection of miniatures. I find them really handy to have, and they're not so expensive, and of course very light.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of Matt's armies here.
Mm-hmm. Good cohesive look.
Yeah, very, very much so. And he's working on some Mordheim
Oh,
stuff
okay.
now, which would be good. And Ben's completed an Eversaw Assassin.
Yeah.
Have you ever faced one of these in 2nd edition, Chris?
Nope.
You wouldn't have lived to tell the tale, I can tell you now, mate. These
Yeah.
things can take on an entire army.
Yeah.
These things are absolutely insane. I found
That's
that
what you
out.
do when you're building an Imperial Guard army,
Yeah.
and you're just overwhelmed by how many models it's taking to flesh out all this army. You're like, oh, I need something expensive here I can throw in to get up to the point limit. I'll just get an assassin or two, and that's probably what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, these were just. I love that model too. I love this model.
Yeah, it's really yes. I think my
And
favorite of the assassins. Yeah.
yeah, but when I got to play that, when I got to see those guys play it in Australia when I filmed that game between Tim and who was the other gentleman? I forget the other guy. Sorry, I think I'll go back and check that now. But yeah, the assassin was just insane, absolutely insane. It could kill guys and make another follow up. You could roll, and I think on the fourth one,
Yeah.
shoot it up and kill again. Attack again. It's really amazing. Yeah, they're like the A team of the 40k universe, basically. And Ben's got some more of these tin bots here in different color schemes, which is lovely.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we're sort of getting to the end of our hobby hangers. I think you guys have seen all this is quite a long time ago, about 2 months ago. So I think we've really caught up with a lot of the stuff there, and a lot of the work in progress photographs. But thanks again, guys, for your patience for me to get to these. Again, I really urge you to go and post stuff up on Johnny's channel, because he does a really nice coverage of all the people in his community and photos they've submitted there. You'll see a load more there, and I can see why, because I never cover them. I think this old hobgoblin bastard in Japan, I post up all these figures and no one says anything. So yeah, go and check out Johnny's channel at Johnny Watson Gaming. Post up your images there of stuff you're working on, and Johnny will be very happy to give you a shout out in his Thank Morkets Friday video every Friday. If he's not gallivanting out in the countryside having a naughty weekend with his wife, that is. I saw he's back in business now at home. So yeah. So thanks again, guys, for posting all your stuff. It's always nice to look at. And hopefully you enjoyed this brief shout out today. All right. So you're still good to go for a bit, mate?
Yeah, I can, sure.
Okay, we might do some actual painting now, amazingly.
Yeah.
That'll be a novelty, wouldn't it? In the Splatter Natter, we actually get to do some painting. Let me just go through some messages here while you're doing something there. Okay. Okay, so DB's here. Rare two-headed gobbo in the back as well. Yeah, so
yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Rhoda Chris's unit. Yeah, he's got some really old metal goblins there, that's for sure, mate. Yeah, very nice to see. And good to see you here too, DB. And Scott here, Black Arrow Minis, my sponsor, my great sponsor. Hey guys, sorry I came in late. Did Chris mention the treasure trove? Chris,
I did not mention that. When we do mention it, I will. What do I say?
You're on the spot here,
I
now.
don't know, like if folks are unfamiliar with what exactly the concept of that is, I don't even know where it started or how it got. I just know that sometime in the past there was the traveling treasure trove, which bounced around the world, and the premise is that you there's a box of miniatures that you just don't want anymore. You don't have any use for, and when the box arrives to you, you look through the box, you pick out what you want, you put in models to replace him, and then ship it on to the next guy. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't really understand all the rules to it. I think one rule is that you're to take a picture of what you take out and what you put in, just for, just so that everyone knows you're not screwing anybody over by taking more than you should. And I think it's possible maybe to, you see something that someone adds and you really want it and you're like, hey, don't take that. I want dibs on it. We also posted like a Google Drive document of things that maybe you're specifically looking for. So anyway, long story short, I just got the box earlier in the week, and I was really torn about what do I want out of this box. There's just so many things I could grab, and I had already determined what I wanted to add into the box. So, is that the past? Yeah, that's from the past there. Things that were in the box. Now that's from Marcel's time when he had that thing going on.
Yeah, I think Marcel started this in Europe, and also it went all the way through the US and Australia. I think shipping costs are just through the roof now.
That's why we decided just to keep it to the US because of tariffs and stuff like that. So
yeah, the tariff situation as well. So it just makes it just. It's a great idea. I think it's a really nice initiative that Marcel started, and that you put in all your unwanted goodies into a box, and you send it, and you have a list of participants who want to equally share and put stuff in, and they take out what they think or deem as kind of like a like for like kind of swap.
Yeah.
And I know you guys and Scott thought this is a great idea, and let's try to do one for the US. And he asked me, who would be interested. I said, well, go and ask the guys in the Discord, and I'm sure you'll get lots of responses, or on Facebook or whatever. And so this is kind of the idea and the premise behind it. It's all in goodwill, and I know a lot of people would be interested in thinking, because I know people put entire armies into this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I can't remember who it was, but someone just said, I don't want this Dark Elf army. I'll put that in, and I'll take out, another load of stuff that, sort of measured up to be the equivalent of what they put in.
Right.
So it's a great idea. And if you want to get involved, go into the video description and you'll see Black Arrow Mini's email address and website details. Click on that, get in touch with Scott, and then you can get added to the list of people and participants in this North American treasure trove idea. All right. So there we go. Now, and get involved with our Discord. We've got an amazing, I think, 1,200 members now.
Wow, really?
It's amazing, isn't it? So, yeah, come into our Discord. It's a great place. I know we have shared this before, but let me just share this again. I know DB's in here now, which is amazing. Okay. So good to see DB here. And when you come, you'll get like a welcome screen like this, and you'll see people that have just recently joined, and you'll get people saying, "Hey, how you going? Good to see you here." Blah blah blah, and you got like an introductions, so you can introduce yourself. And Neko Doubter Alex is just he's got his own channel too, actually, and recently a patron. So thank you so much again for your patronage, mate. I really appreciate that, Alex. and we're going to have him on the podcast soon, or do a Splatter Natter or something and talk about his channel and his miniature collections and stuff like that. If you want to see some really awesome looking retro Road Trader style 2nd edition battle reports, go and check out his channel. What was the name of it again? Let me go and check in here, because we've got everything covered here. We've got a YouTube channel section here. Here we go, Somewhere Deep Amongst Ancient Stars. Lovely name too, actually, isn't it? Bit of a mouthful, but once you memorize that, you'll be fine. And you'll have Alex narrating his battle reports that he played of 2nd edition 40k. We try to give people shout outs and links to their channels and all that kind of stuff, like Anvil of Doom, good old Deets. I had a good chat with him on the weekend. And yeah, people post up their stuff and share, like people making Dr. Spork's terrain and putting in their videos, which is wonderful. There's Mediocre Hobbies. Miniscape have also done a lot of Dr. Spork terrain or terrain making videos. Good mate JBC Paints doing Thank Pork, It's Pie Day with Halfling Chaos Army, which is absolutely marvelous. And yeah, we want to shout out those smaller channels, because sometimes people just don't see them in their feed and they get drowned out with all those big major channels which have 100,000 subs and all that kind of stuff.
Thank Pork, It's
DB,
Pie Day.
yeah, good in it. I like it. James is a great bloke. I had him on we got really drunk together on the final show of the year in the Hobby Hangovers. I actually fell asleep. He actually had to wake me up.
Oh my gosh.
I think we got to like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
After the show had ended, and we just kept talking and talking and talking. Yeah, great guy, James. I'll see him this Sunday, actually. But yeah, if you're a creator, you can share your channel here and share your videos. If you're not and you want to share someone else's video, you can always do it here as well. All right, guys. We've got Kim's Talisman videos in his own channel here, and I've added Nostalgia Hammer Hobbies for Danny's stuff, Beneath the Flagstones for Lee's stuff. Gotta try and remember all this stuff now. Lee's videos here about Hero Quest and all about tabletop wargaming in dungeon delving. We've got so many channels, it's making my head spin just to think about it. But the main one I want to cover today is the player locator, because I get people saying, hey, do you live in this area? Like Chris is in an isolated city in Pennsylvania, and he's always looking for people to play the games he loves to play. Anybody in Ibaraki, Japan? No, I don't think so. So yeah, but you can always put your name up here and say, hey, like ZK saying, hey, anyone in New York? Ben's, anyone here in Northeast Scotland? Get in touch with these guys and try to get maybe at your local games club, find a place that's kind of like a neutral zone, not at your house or something like that, but find a game store in your area that you can meet up and play a game together with and have a coffee or beer with. You know what I mean? So because I know that can be a disheartening factor when you're thinking about getting into doing these retro games and thinking, well, who the hell am I going to share this with? And I totally get that. So someone mentioned that in one of the videos recently. I said, well, come and join the Discord, get in the player locator, and put your name out there where you live and that kind of thing. All right. I think we've got a pinned message here. Here we go. It's I think Marcel's put in a Herohammer Old World Google My Maps thing. All right. So you can go and check out where people are and that kind of thing.
Wow.
So we try to do our best to connect people, because I know that Chris and Cameron, like he said, may be getting together and have a game for the first time together of Warhammer 5th edition, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Which we look forward to seeing for sure. But we cover everything. Herohammer Fanzine. If you want the fanzine articles, you can access it through Patreon, or you can access it here. They're all free. They'll always be free. And you can always access stuff like that. Here we go. The Treasure Trove 2. Marcel made oh, hang on. I can't share it here, unfortunately, because I've got to download it. But you can go in there. You can check out the Treasure Trove 2 article for the Herohammer Fanzine. Read all about it. All right. And many other great articles as well. What else we got? Fan art. Now we're talking about deets today, yesterday, about fan art and how amazing some of the fan art is in here that people produce. Obviously, this stuff is recreated. Clem found this one, a Mentor's Marine. He did many years ago. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But we love seeing people's art. We love seeing people creative, sharing the positivity of the hobby. Hobby Scalus, I think, is who did this one. Amazing.
Wow, that's nice.
Beautiful, isn't it? So we try to cater for everybody, every game system, everything you can think of. Now, Peter, he's a professional artist, and he always spoils us with great artwork like this. Big into these old hammer aesthetics. Yeah, beautifully done. Yeah, really nice. So if you've got some expert penmanship like Dr. Spork and his beautiful daughter, then you can do something like this and recreate your own imaginations of models.
What the heck is that? That's awesome.
Chaos Spawn.
1 foot and a couple cleavers hands and a flaming body.
Yeah, good work, Millie. You're doing us proud there. Getting your kids involved. We're very much mostly fathers like Chris and I, getting our kids in the hobby and that kind of stuff. Very much focus on that. I'll try not to swear as much. That's probably a good thing, actually. Yeah, getting your kids involved means I don't swear as much. So Peter did this one. Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah, great.
So talented. Beautiful stuff. Love that. And my brother, Sebastian. Give my brother a shout out.
Nice.
He's never really played any of the games, never painted miniatures, but he did like doing the artwork.
Okay.
So, and my mum's also very, well, she was when she was doing it, a very high skilled graphite artist. So, and my sister too. Blood Knight. There you go, Blood Knight. Give you a shout out, mate. That's an awesome looking orc.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
20-minute sketch. Bloody hell, mate. Amazing. So yeah, come and share yourself here. not nakedly, but come and share your work or your miniatures or something. You'll find a channel that you're interested in. We cover everything, even to BattleTech. Okay. So BattleTech stuff's covered here. We try to cater for everybody. Historicals are covered here as well. If you're a historical buff, you like historical gaming, come and share it with us. There's a lot of guys who love their historicals as well as their fantasy. There's Scott's Black Arrow minis, which look amazing.
Yeah.
Claymore castings, beautiful stuff, and I think Foundry Wargames Foundry miniatures, really nice. So yeah, I do have the itch of doing my Test of Honor stuff or my Baron's War from time and time again. So yeah, I'd like to get in here and see what people are doing, which is always great. So yeah, if you have any questions about and you can come and chat with us as well. I know ZK is in the chat room at the moment. You can come and chat, paint with us as well. Me and Chris enjoy that, and getting to know people and that kind of thing, and finding out what part of the world they're from and all that kind of stuff. It's always very interesting. So you'll find the links in the video description of this video, guys. So go down there, you can check it out, or any video actually, not just this one. All right, can I do some painting now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, okay.
To get up and go grab. I didn't prepare enough. I don't have enough stuff here to work on.
Hey, Matt's here. Hey, mate, how you going? Good to see you here. We're in the sort of the North American time zone, aren't we, really, today?
So what I'm working on right now, if you want to know.
What are you working on, mate?
Okay, so I have some Man of War models that are these are the what are these things? The Dark Elf, the Dark Elf Doom Reavers or something. And now I am not a fan of basing Man of War models, but these guys, because they're so thin, I want to put a little something on them to keep them from falling over, you know.
Yes. Yep.
So there's a company here in the U.S. called Litco Game Accessories, and they make all kinds of custom-made like cut MDF and acrylic things. So I got these bases that are like just it's like a pill shape. I got him to make the, you know, however many millimeters wide and long, and they'll fit exactly onto, you know, one of these guys here, just to give it enough of a flat surface on the bottom that I can scooch them around the table without them flopping over. So I'm in the process of trying to glue them onto the bottom of these models, but I'm afraid that if I use super glue, it's gonna give it like a white, you know what I mean? It's gonna dry.
Like
What's
that?
Yeah,
like
it's gonna get frosting on this acrylic base. So I have this other glue, but it's acrylic cement, but it's an old bottle and it's not working so hot. So I think I'm just gonna sideline that project until I get another bottle of glue that's a little better.
Okay, mate. Well, that's I know what you feel about basing with Man of War. Like, I prefer it to be unbased, but then I saw recently.
It was who was it? DB, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Those were awesome.
Black Battles channel.
Yeah, I like them because those bases really meshed well with the mat they were using.
Yeah.
Just something about it that I really liked. I mean, like, as long as they're not like too wide and offensive, you know what I mean? Because like when I play, you know, sometimes you have something touching something else, you know, and like, okay, these models are boarding right now because I can see that the models are touching. But then when you have, I'm afraid that if I'm using bases, like now this base is actually, I'm based with this model and this model, you know? So like, what does that mean? Am I boarding both of those? You know, right. That's the only thing I don't like about a big footprint on a base is that when they're in contact with each other, you can inadvertently contact other ships you didn't mean to contact.
I totally understand, mate. Yep. I agree with that.
But I'll get off my high horse about that. Because I don't want to be one of those like, well, technically. Yeah. Anyway, so I was productive today, and I finished painting. I had a wood elf. No, not wood elf. Well, I did that too. I did a wood elf hero, but I just finished a Space Wolf Scout Sergeant, and now that's the last model that I needed to finish that leg of my Space Wolf army. So once I get this thing sealed and finished properly, I'm going to post some pictures of the completed army together.
Right. Okay, mate. Great. Awesome.
And I can't quite tell if I think he's done. I think I'm going to call this guy done. And the next process is to give it a matte varnish seal.
Mm-hmm.
And then see how that goes.
Trying to figure out where these bits go because I don't know if I'm missing something or whatever. I don't know. Like it's. Oh, okay. So this goes up here, you silly ding dong. Okay, that goes there. Okay. Just working out Dr. Spork's wonderful terrain piece.
Mm.
It wasn't Dr. Spork after all. I was going to say, hey, hang on, something wrong here.
Yeah, I think I told you that there was a guy on Facebook, one of the groups. He was looking for a particular model that I happened to have.
Yeah.
So I messaged him and I'm like, yeah, I have this. And he's like, well, what do you want for it? And I don't like selling stuff because I never know how to value things, I'd much rather trade.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you have in trade? And he didn't really have much of anything because he was just kind of starting out. He plays modern 40K, but he really likes the look of the 90s stuff. So he wants to try to get some older things, So he didn't really have anything comparable to trade in. I said, well, do you have access to a 3D printer? I'm like, well, actually, no, I think I said, would you have access to some, making some Dr. Spork terrain? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. So he printed me some stuff. And as soon as I saw how willing he was to print things for me, I was like, okay, well, what else do you want? I have this, I have this, I have this, so him and I, we made a couple big trades now. And he got some old models that he wanted, and I got some terrain that I wanted. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Oh, that's good, mate. That's great.
Because like I said,
I always say, never tell anybody you got a 3D printer.
Yeah, right. And I tell you, when I got that stuff, I was impressed by how well, like you can tell that Callum has some engineering knowledge, because just how everything fits so well together,
Like this one right now, putting it together is perfect.
Yeah, right.
With within a fraction of a millimeter, right.
Everything just kind of slots in, and it's not like it's not like some things where you have to, if you want to glue it, you have to put this to this and then hold it there for 10 minutes and hope that the glue's set. And these things all lock into each other, and then.
Well, as far as I know, his background is doing architectural buildings in 3D.
Yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I have. I guess I'm kind of done now with the Space Wolves for, like I said, this leg of the journey, and I started on one more model I have for my Wood Elves, and then that's going to be done. And now I don't know. And then I'm going to have to go and get into a new project, I guess. Well, not new. I'm going to have to, I guess, try to finish another project. Epic is one that I might jump back into. I got my Epic stuff here.
As we're talking about it a lot.
Yeah, I back and forth between that. I think I've mentioned before, when it comes to like all these games that we're interested in, they kind of fall into different categories for me. There's some that I really enjoy painting the models, some that I really enjoy looking at the models after I painted them. Some I like making terrain for, which is usually none because I hate making terrain. And then actually playing the games themselves, So if there was a game that could cover all those bases, like I love painting the models, I love looking at them, I like making the terrain, and I like playing them, that would be great. But it seems like they all have some highs and lows,
Yeah.
When it comes to Epic, I really enjoy painting Epic models because I find it relaxing for some weird reason. But very rarely do I get my Epic models out and like look at them and like, oh wow, that I really like that thing, because it's so small. But
I'll have to try
my stuff though. Who am I kidding? I'm happy with it.
I'll have to try to find if I can find any of your photos of your orc stuff, mate.
Oh yeah.
I should have asked you before that to send me some.
Oh yeah.
I
have them right here.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Oh, you can send them. if you can send them to me, I can then.
No, I mean I have the models right here in front of me. I don't have a picture of them.
Yeah, to see them would be really difficult on here. But
well, I'll take a picture. Right, I'll tell you what, we can do this in real time.
Mate, look at that, the technology, mate.
I'll take a photo.
Blowing my weird boy brain. But yeah, I don't know where they are now.
Here, there's some of that, guys, and I got my little. Had you? Somebody got me onto these. What are these things? Pin bots or something like that?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that an orc? Is that an orc tin bot or something? You see that? What is that guy?
Tin bot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tin bot, mate.
Yeah, I love those things.
I love them too. Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
They were the fake. Those and the stompers were my favorite ones to paint. So.
Okay. So you probably, when you're asking me about epic models, my orcs, you're probably referring to the transfers, right? I'm guessing that's what you're.
Yeah, just if you can send me the images on Messenger, I can share them on here, mate.
Okay, sure. Why
not? So while you're doing that, Matt said he's just made it to Milwaukee for Adepticon. So have a great time, mate, and enjoy your time at the what's it called again? Old Guard Games store.
Well, that answers my question where Adepticon is, because I didn't know.
In Milwaukee. I like to saying like that. Cameron said, "Yeah, I put round bases on my Doom Reavers along."
Yeah.
Oblong. Sorry, oblong would have been better. Yeah. Nathan Cantwell, how you going, mate? Epic. To base vehicles or not to base? I would say I did basing originally. I took them off the basing in the end because I want them to look exactly like the studio figures. So I say not base.
I kind of like the idea of like classifying them. Like if it's an infantry, it's on a base. If it's a cavalry, it's on a base. If it's not on a base, it's a vehicle. You know what I mean? Like bikes. Well, they kind of have to go on a base because there's two of them. You know what I mean? A bike.
Yeah.
But like a rhino or something, well, that's a vehicle technically.
Yeah.
So
and like a Titan's a vehicle.
Glance like what it could go into. Like a vehicle can't go into certain terrain, but I don't know if that works or not. To be able to see at a glance, what can go into terrain or not.
So Tom says, yeah, I want to try to find someone with a 3D printer because I don't need more projects. But yeah, well, yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I mean, because you play a lot of different systems there, Tom, maybe it's a good idea. I mean, I don't know what your terrain situation like, or you rely on clubs or shops to provide it. But if you're hosting games at your house, or you want to do some nice photos of your models or stuff like that, yeah, you're just getting a few pieces just to work on, just to break up the monotony of painting miniatures. It's not such a bad idea. Okay, now just to talk about 3D printed terrain, I just put this together from Dr. Spork, which is really cool because he had some bits that I thought, where the hell did that go? And like there's like an open space at this floor panel. It's just completely hollow, so there's no bottom to it. And then I realized, if I push this up into it and right inside it, in this part here, it actually closes it off and gives all the inner detail. And it's so tight, I can't push it out. Like it's just like engineered to like the fraction of a millimeter. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really liking this. It doesn't need a base because that thing here is a nice solid piece of MDF here, well, not MDF, FDM resin. So it's a nice sturdy piece of terrain. So yeah, I'm gonna. Oh shit! What fell off?
That's because you said it can't come out, and then it come out.
Now, what the hell's rattling around in it? Am I hitting the? Maybe I'm hitting the mic.
Yeah, you're hitting your microphone.
Yeah, it's okay now. It's all solid now. So
Okay,
I'll
good.
spray it up after today. I'll splatter Natter, and I want to get that painted up before our game this Thursday with Paul. So that shouldn't be too hard to do because I think it's mostly just like silver, isn't it? Like that really dark bolt gun metal silver from memory. All dirty and grimy and oily and everything. But yes, you need to find out, like, that's the problem for me, and I need to sort of resolve that this spring cleanup is shelving for terrain, and I want to have all those in that white shelving bays, take all the Epic out, put those into boxes and put them away, and free up a lot of that space in there and get rid of some stuff, and then have load all those shelves full of his terrain in there to keep them nice and sort of dust free relatively and safe from falling over or whatever or getting damaged. So okay, now let's work on your Eldar jet bikes.
Okay. Oh, they're mine now. Okay.
I'm not going to start that again.
Yeah.
And I might just put on. Let's see.
I didn't even see what time it is. I gotta. Oh, it's later than I thought. I gotta put out here before too long. I got an early work day tomorrow.
Okay, mate. Well, mate, we might just wrap it up.
Okay.
Really soon, mate. If that's okay. I know you have to go. I'm kind of surprised where we almost did 2 hours today. That's amazing.
Really? You said an hour. You said it'll only be an hour.
Yeah, I thought so, but I thought, well, we can go longer if you want to, because I know you have to leave at school. So Chief Indian's here as well. He goes, "Oh my God, I forgot I'm watching live." Yeah, that's live, mate. Yeah. So, but I really appreciate your time today, Chris.
Sure. We'll have to figure out, we can talk about when we want to get this. Well, you said it's going to be a while till you have those finished painting, right?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time because I've just got to do the Assault Marines. And this is the funny thing, Chris, you'll laugh when you hear this. So I had these land speeders.
Yes.
And I've had 5 of them on this board. And when I paint stuff, I just have everything on a board, so it's easy for me to just pick it up like this and move it around because I need this table for work and other stuff. And I moved it over to there, and I saw one. I heard it fall down somewhere here, right? And so I started looking and looking. I just can't find it anywhere. Pulled all the boxes out, looked at other boxes, can't find it. It's just disappeared. It's like a Bermuda Triangle that I don't know if other people have that. I've lost other stuff like that.
It happens to me all the time.
Okay, so it's not just me. I thought I was going completely nuts with this, right? So it's just gone. And then I was talking to Max, because Max is also keen to try Seconded or Titan Legions and have a game with me. So I thought, okay, that's great. And I said, look, I'm just painting up these land speeders, but I've lost one and I just can't find it. But he actually had one primed white like this. And he goes, oh, like this? I said, how the bloody hell did they get there? Like, it must be a Bermuda Triangle. It's disappeared here. And it's like it's somehow through some kind of time machine or whatever, or transportation landed up in your hobby room because he only has one of them. That's a funny thing. He only has one.
That is weird.
Exactly like that. Like primed white, everything. And I thought, how the bloody hell did you get that, you bastard? So it must have fallen down in some magic hole and just sort of just appeared in his bits box. So I said, can I please grab that one? I said, yeah, no problem. So I'll see him on Sunday and get that one to make the 5.
Oh, good. Okay.
The other one's there somewhere. It's just it's fallen in a box or something. I can't bloody find it.
Yeah, I have my painting desk. I have carpeted floor underneath, and oftentimes something will fall and it's in the carpet and it's gone. It's in there somewhere, and I'm like, God damn, especially if I'm gluing something together, like that's why I don't like these multi-part kits. I want one solid piece, because if I'm like gluing on a head, and then like, oh, it slips and it's in the carpet somewhere, So I'm like literally like digging around with my fingers, like scratching, trying to feel for
Yeah.
something in there,
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I did that with one of my Infinity miniatures. It was a tag, like it was one of those
Yeah.
big, large models, like a big mecha, and it
Yeah.
had two like knee pad type armor plates,
Mhm.
and I had a carpeted floor because I was leaving my parents' places a long time ago, and we had a cat, and I'm sure it's gone into the carpet, and he must have eaten it or something because I looked everywhere, I couldn't find it. It was so bizarre, and
Yeah.
yeah, I've had occurrences like that when I think, just scratch my head and think, there's something going on here. There's either like little goblins coming here and picking them up and taking them
Yeah.
and putting little bags or something, or whatever. I don't know, but it's funny. But last comment here from, who is it? Wraithface 4410, Necromunda army win. Well, if you go into my sustained fire coverage of the armies, you will find a Necromunda style type 40k second edition army there, comprising of all different kinds of models. I think mostly Necromunda models, Goliaths, and what's the other one called again? Uh, Goliaths, and what was the other faction in the box set, mate? Goliaths,
Orlocks. Yeah.
Orlocks. Had Orlocks and Goliaths, and yeah, that was really cool. So if you want to see something themed around a Necromunda army for second edition 40k, go and check out one of my older videos from last year around about September, and you'll find it there. I would love to build a Necromunda army for Epic, but want it to be as thematic as possible. Any suggestions for a color scheme, Chris? I'm putting this ball into your court, my friend.
Wow. A Necromunda army for Epic. Again, like that, I feel like that gets out of my knowledge of lore, because I'm thinking, okay, well, Necromunda probably has a, like a Imperial Guard contingent somewhere. It's most of the time when people think Necromunda, they think the Underhive and Gangers and stuff like that. Really, the planet has to have some kind of a Necromunda, or sorry, Imperial Guard force there. So I wouldn't know enough of the lore show.
Okay, I think I'm thinking what he means, and I'm just going to try to get this image up here, based on the John Blanche artwork. Let me just find this one. I think what this, what Wraithface means is this.
Oh, I think.
Where
okay.
On the actual banners, it's got like Necromunda, something or Necromundia or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the kind of thing I would think. That gray. No.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like that sort of gray or gray camo. Like it's got like lots of camo stripes and stuff like that on the uniforms. Yellow insignias there, and if that's what you're talking about, Wraithface, then I think that's what you're trying to imply there for Epic.
Like if you're using the plastic models from the original plastic models that look just like this, I would think that a spot of paint on the helmet, like making the helmet the being the differentiating thing about them, what color those are, that's what I would do anyway.
Okay, mate. I think that's good. There must have been an article in one of the old White Dwarves that had covering this, like the different like, what do you call them? Not chapters.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. You mean like the different tree for the different places?
Go and look at Old Hammer and Tongs on Facebook on YouTube as well. George he's painting up a whole regiment of these guys, but in 28 mil using the old plastics. And he's massively into the whole, old Imperial Guard. I'll go and hook up with him on YouTube, maybe ask him in the comments about something like that, and he might cover it on his YouTube channel. So my knowledge of this kind of stuff is very, very, very limited, I'm afraid. Sorry. So, but good luck with it, mate. They are from Clan Spider, thus the face tats. Okay. Again, I don't know anything about that. Clan Spider.
I don't know either.
Not sure. Yeah, don't know. The thumbnail to this video was the pic of them. Okay, so Richard Rogers again pointing out to this particular thumbnail. So that's the only thing. That's the only connection I made with Necromunda in this photo.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that until you pointed it out.
So company regiment markings. Okay, so that's what Brent. Brent Hartman said. Okay, so yeah, I go by that as well. There must be articles in the Old White Dwarves about that.
So what you're saying is, if you want to paint a Necromunda epic army, you have to paint the face tattoos on each of the models, right?
Oh, jeez.
So get your tiny little brush out there.
Yeah. And, not that anyone's going to see it, but you'll know it's there.
No. Well, I put on my on the back plates of my orcs, I have the clan symbols on the backs of all my.
Oh yeah.
So it can be done. It could be done.
It can be done. Now Chris is the expert, I think, of these epic scale transfers. I
transfers. That's exactly. That's the key, because you can cheat and make it look like you're a good freehand painter when you're not, by using tiny little transfers. And then,
okay, now talking about that, Chris, I'm going to share. Thank you for sending me the images, mate. I'm going to share that.
Oh yeah. You may, if you would like.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to.
If anybody wants to know, I'll give them a shout. I will tell you where to find these things.
Okay, let's share some of Chris's epic stuff here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, here we go. So this is epic. Now, Chris, tell us about the miniatures, mate, and about the army.
I don't know. I don't know where the miniatures come from. That's not very good.
Someone help Chris.
Where the miniatures come from. Someone is like, oh, I don't know. I don't know where they are or what they're from. You probably can't see a whole lot there in that picture. It's maybe not as clear as I wanted it to be, but there are on the back plates of each of those orcs there a little evil son's face.
Oh, hang on.
And that was something that was from another.
Hang on, here's your things here. How many photos did you send, mate? How many photos did you?
I'm sorry, those pictures suck. Those pictures I sent suck. I don't know why.
Oh, they look great. I think they look fantastic. See all those little decals.
But anyway, I have little those on there, and well, those these guys here, you can see there's like the checks on the back and like all these little things there. That's all transfers that I took from some place.
Let me just see if I got any other photos here.
This is not very clear.
Yeah, but they're beautiful little. I mean, I think Chris does a fantastic job of getting those tiny little decals on the vehicles.
Yeah, there's names on each of the, and the pictures aren't really coming in clear for some reason, but they're pretty crisp. I mean, I could never, ever paint anything remotely as clean as that, but the transfers make it easy. Someone else did the work for me.
But even those flame markings on the front of the war buggies are done with transfers, aren't they?
Yeah, right. And so there's a transfer sheet that you can find. It's called like Orc Clans, and I think it came in Kill Team. I just buy them individually, like on eBay, just a sheet of transfers, Orc Clan transfer sheet. And they have like these tiny, tiny, tiny little Orc glyphs, little symbols and long strips of like check patterns and long strips of flames. And then I just take an X-Acto knife and cut them out. And it might be like 2 or 3 little licks of flame will fit into a tiny little bumper there. And I'll cut that out and stick it on the end of a brush and get it where it needs to go. And then I use that, that liquid, you know what I mean? You put it on a transfer and it's called something.
Oh, the Soul something?
Oh, yeah, something Soul, SOL.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it now, but there's a little blue and a little red bottle. And that just helps to kind of break the transfer down a little bit so that it bends around any unsmooth surface. It just kind of makes it soft so that it'll conform to the shape of the model. I usually use that just to kind of set it in place. Micro Soul, Micro Set. Those are the two.
Thank you.
Of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I had to give anybody painting advice, which I have very limited knowledge, it would be use transfer sheets really, really small from these.
Yeah, they're amazing, mate. They're really
team
amazing.
or wherever. And same thing with the got onto the like all my rhinos have my little Space Wolf symbol there. That's a transfer that I got from somewhere. And even my Land Raiders have tiny, tiny little transfers there on the side, and I'm on top. So that's my advice to you.
Okay, mate, that's great. Honestly, I'm really in awe of your Orc army. I think it looks absolutely fantastic with all the painting, and you've really gone to town on those models, even though we don't know where they're from. They're from a mysterious place.
Well, what I mean is the infantry. I don't know what the infantry are. They have to be like 3rd edition plus, like into the what's the name of that freaking game?
Armageddon.
Yeah, probably one of those. It's probably into that era. Now these war buggies there, these are 2nd ed, and I'm pretty sure that I don't know what era those bikes are there. But a lot of my vehicles are 2nd ed, 2nd edition. These battle wagons that I use are probably Armageddon era.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Because obviously I didn't buy them in a GW store. I bought them on eBay or online somewhere. So
yeah, they look fantastic, mate. We'll have to get a nice army shot of those at some point.
Well, if I could take a better picture, my picture.
Yeah, we'll do that as a cover pic at some point in the future, or whatever. Okay, so that'd be nice.
I'll do a better picture here. Yeah. Actually, my Orc army's kind of done, and except for I need to paint the Mega Gargan. That's not the Mega, the
Great Gargan.
No, the smallest one, the Mech Boy Gargan.
Mech Boy Gargan. All right, cool.
And I really want to go to town with some cool details on that. A lot of neat checkers everywhere, and just some cool detail on it if I can.
Right. Okay. Well, just in answer to Wraithface's question, what was the channel you mentioned? This is Old Hammer and Tongs.
Yeah.
One of the nicest people in the hobby. That's George, who runs this channel.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a lovely, lovely guy in London, and his passion is Road Trader 40K, and his Imperial Guard is the big thing. Now he covers a lot of these. I think I've watched this before. Yeah, but he covers a lot of the White Dwarf magazines and the painting guides and all that kind of stuff. So you want to learn about Rogue Trader, I can't think of anybody better suited and more knowledgeable than my mate George over here. So he's going through the first edition books of Warhammer Fantasy Battle, which is that's interesting. Going back in time to see that. But yeah, he does really nice painting videos. I think they're some of my favorite paint chats where he just sits there and talks and paints a model. I really love those. So I hope I champion George to bring them back. Bring more of those. I really love that. But, yeah, there you go. All right, Wraithface, go and check out George's amazing channel at Old Hammer and Tongs. All right, I'll throw a link in here for you as well.
All right, well, I got to head out because I'm
yep.
Need to get to work tomorrow. So
me too. I need to do some work now. So in your future, mate. But thank you again, Chris, so much again, mate, for the time you've given us today. Really appreciate that. Any chance for us to have a chat is always a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, look forward to doing this campaign. I'll keep you posted in our paint chats or whatever on Discord or whatever, and to know and show you what I'm up to and where I'm progressing. Yeah, we'll look forward to it, mate. All right, we'll take care. Thank you, everybody in the chat who's come along to say hello, and appreciate you coming in. Brent Hartman also said drop a couple of drops of vinegar into your warm water.
Oh yeah, for the that's what I'm tasting. Every time I put that brush on my mouth, I'm tasting like some kind of vinegar taste. That's what that Microsoft stuff is. It's vinegar. They're selling vinegar and they're charging that much.
Anyway. Right. Okay. Well, this is good advice. I'm going to try that because I've had, since getting back into doing this and doing commissions and people sent me transfers, I've had nothing but horrible experiences with transfers.
Oh, I love it. I do it a lot.
Yeah, you like I said, you're the maestro of it, mate. Like you and Danny at Nostalgia Hammer.
I just did this my Space Wolf Sergeant, and I got some transfers on there. And I got transfers there. I got them all over the place on this guy. So
well, yeah, because Chris is coming from the point of view where he's not confident or doesn't like doing freehand. I'm of the opposite. I like doing freehand, so it's kind of the other way around.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like it's opened my eyes to what kind of transfers are out there. Chris has shown us something again, I think, for runes and stuff for your Space Wolves and everything. Hey, mate.
Yeah, Dwarf runes, Space Wolf rune. Okay, so there's my conspiracy theory. Space Wolves and dwarves use the same alphabet, use the same runic alphabet. Why is that? Is there some kind of squat connection with the Space Wolves? I don't know. But if you can find dwarf runes, you can use them for Space Wolves and vice versa. That's what I do.
Right. That's good, mate. That's good. So yeah, I need to up my game on transfers because I do want to enjoy using transfers. I do.
Yeah.
But on curved surfaces, they're a nightmare. I just found an absolute bloody nightmare. So that's the vinegar one. So thank you very much, Brent, for that. I'm going to try that because I just did some for Stephen and I'm not really happy with them. So I'm going to try to work around that today and see what I can do with them. Chris, I won't hold you up any longer. Thank you very much again, sir. We reached a 2-hour mark. Yes, 2 hours.
Okay, now I'm going to die. Marathon. I'm starting to get the jitters now. I got to go to bed.
Okay, mate. Take care. Thanks very much, mate. See you. Okay, thanks, guys.